The Livestrong Foundation has a new CEO. The position has been open since January when Doug Komen left to take a job with another nonprofit. Chandini Portteus was most recently the Chief Mission Officer at the Susan G. Komen Foundation. She is a graduate of Austin College and worked after college in clinical research at UT Southwestern Medical School and at Children's Medical Center in Dallas. Today I sat down with Portteus to talk about her vision for the foundation's future. It's an interview you will only see on KXAN. She hasn't even officially been on the job for one day, but look on her wrist, and it's clear Chandini Portteus is already part of the Livestrong family.
I'm honored. I'm completely honored. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I cannot wait to get to work, and I think that Livestrong is an incredible organization, and I just can't wait to lead it forward.
I know you have some nonprofit experience working with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Talk to me a little bit about how that is going to help you in this transition.
Sure. The understanding of what cancer is, understanding of how difficult it can be to treat, and also understanding that even when there are treatments, it is so hard often for patients to have access to that care and really go through the process. And then survivorship of cancer.
She is a mother of 4 whose personal experiences with cancer make her a passionate advocate.
It's been everywhere. I look at the teachers my children have lost. I look at friends of mine that have been through cancer. I look at my college roommate who called me one day in her 30s to tell me she had breast cancer, and I was shocked. I look at family members that I've lost to cancer. And certainly around me, I see so many people who are living and thriving with that cancer diagnosis that was the past, but still sit with the worry about what will happen if that cancer comes back.
Portteus spent 10 years at the Susan G. Komen Foundation, weathering the storm after that organization saw a double-digit drop in donations after they stopped giving grants to Planned Parenthood for breast cancer screenings. The Livestrong Foundation has been through some ups and downs. We did a report about a drop in donations shortly after the Lance Armstrong announcement. Tell me how you feel like you can grow donations, you specifically.
Absolutely. Well, I've been through a lot of those same kinds of things in my experience in the nonprofit sector. And the most important thing, I believe, in the place where I've had great success is that at the end of the day, it's about the mission. It's about the patients, the survivors, the people that we serve. We can never forget that.
Portteus will officially begin her CEO duties on April the 6th. She says her first order of business will be getting to know the staff and listening to their ideas for the future. The $1 million challenge for Livestrong's future is the organization's finances. Last year, we reported donations were down following Lance Armstrong's admission that he doped during the Tour de France. But by December, we showed things were turning around. Today, Portteus set a new financial goal. She says the nonprofit spends about 83% of every donated dollar directly on the mission to fight cancer. That is certainly not a bad overhead ratio, but she wants to do better. We checked, and her former organization, Susan G. Komen for the Cure, spent about the same amount on fundraising and management. The American Lung Association has a slightly better number, 95%. But remember, that percentage isn't everything. The Better Business Bureau and some other groups warn against the overhead myth. While it can be a sign a charity is poorly managed or even fraudulent, the BBB says you should take into consideration other factors like how big of an impact that charity makes when deciding to donate.